Hello everyone, and welcome to today's session. On behalf of everyone at Rev.io, I'd like to thank you for joining us today. Before we begin the presentation, I would like to go over a few housekeeping items. First, audio will automatically come in through your computer speakers. However, if you're having trouble using your speakers or unhappy with the quality of the sound, you can also dial in via the telephone number and access code listed on the screen. A recorded version of this webinar will be emailed to you within 2 weeks. And lastly, we will have a live Q&A session at the end of the event, so please submit your questions at any point during the presentation using the GoToWebinar control panel, and we hope that you enjoy the presentation. For those of you just joining us, welcome. Today, Hanni Piirto and Russell Marlowe from AT&T Partner Exchange will share best practices for expanding into IoT with the Channel Leading Reseller Program. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce our two speakers. Hanni is the Program Manager of Channel Marketing, and she has worked at AT&T for the last 10 years. She has held positions in sales in both direct and indirect channels. Hanni currently works in channel marketing as the Marketing Development Fund's Program Manager. Hanni majored in Communications and Business Management at Texas A&M University. Russell Marlowe is the Lead Manager of Product Marketing. Russell has over 18 years of experience in the wireless and telecommunications industry. With a multitude of experience, Russell has held positions in field and regional leadership roles in retail sales, operations, product marketing, and program management. In the past, Russell has been responsible for product marketing for all wireless products and services sold across multiple channels, including 1,400 retail locations. Currently, Russell is the lead product marketing manager for the Internet of Things within AT&T Partner Exchange. And now I'll turn it over to Hanni.
Thank you so much, Olivia. Appreciate that generous introduction. And Russell and I are both excited to be here. And I'm going to go ahead and kick us off with a high-level AT&T Partner Exchange program overview. So to start off with, we'd just like to tell you a little bit about our story here at AT&T Partner Exchange. We started just 5 years ago. We launched in an impressive 90 days. And in those 5 years following that 90-day launch of our program, we now have in excess of 600 program members participating in AT&T Partner Exchange. We consistently see about 50% year-over-year growth, and we're fortunate to have been awarded over 130 times. We're transforming the channel by offering a reseller program that puts solution providers in the driver's seat, helping them grow recurring revenue and own the customer relationship. Our program participants can build customized solutions with our strategic products, open APIs, co-marketing resources, and automation tools. So let's talk a little bit about how we work. Our program was built around solution provider insights. The building blocks of our program are the products and solutions that we offer, our open API platforms, our marketing and sales enablement resources, and of course, our customer support tools. With AT&T Partner Exchange as a program participant, you truly own the experience. You'll own the end-to-end customer relationship. You'll have the ability to grow recurring revenue and tap into a wealth of industry-leading resources. As a program participant within AT&T Partner Exchange, as the slide shows before you, you will control the complete customer life cycle. You're able to design co-branded solutions. You'll manage Tier 1 support, access self-service tools, grow those recurring revenues with competitive offers, and again, own the end-to-end customer relationship. With our strategic solutions, providers are empowered to address complex, rapidly evolving customer needs like never before. Our offers range from transactional to complex, shared internet products with speeds up to 1 gig for both business and consumer, dedicated internet services with 24/7 monitoring, provisioning, and support, all with AT&T's unparalleled network reliability, switched and dedicated Ethernet as a cost-effective, scalable, and flexible network option, and MPLS VPN that provides any-to-any connectivity, redundancy, and management tools to accommodate changing bandwidth needs. We also offer a full portfolio of mobile and IoT solutions. You'll find competitive rate plans that enable you to create solutions for voice, text, and data needs, flexible rate plans for wireless WAN implementations, as well as wireless backup solutions for business continuity. And obviously, IoT is a huge growth area for the channel, a big part of the reason that Russell and I are here to talk to you today. And we've launched several platforms, tools, and resources to get our solution providers up and running. Again, you'll hear more about this from Russell in just a few moments. With AT&T Partner Exchange, we help accelerate your business with a suite of open APIs that provide speed, accuracy, and transparency. So our mobility APIs, we enable the end-to-end account management to support our mobile services. 99% of daily functions can be performed via API. This gives you unparalleled visibility and control of the process. This includes everything from accessing our current device and accessory catalog to line configuration and billing account creation. For our wireline APIs, you're enabled to qualify and quote our shared internet, dedicated internet, and VPN products. This allows you to check service availability and generate a quote nationwide instantly. You can do this by directly connecting to our APIs, using our 24/7 portal, or using one of our third-party quoting partners. We have a number of enablement resources that will help you drive sales results with user-friendly, scalable tools, such as an online portal, professional certifications, and near and dear to my heart, as I'm the program manager, our development funds. So let's start with our portal. This is your 24/7 one-stop shop to access everything from marketing tools and rate cards to quoting, ordering, and post-sale support. It's a robust online tool built to help you grow and manage your accounts from a single entry point to AT&T. Next, our certification tracks span our product set, including our network and mobility offers and a recently launched IoT certification. Operations certifications familiarize your operations team with our processes and tools, and learners are so satisfied with our professional certification tracks that they're coming back to earn 3 or more certifications. Solution providers that do earn certifications deliver nearly 2.5 times as much revenue as those that don't. Our operations support provide you visibility into important service delivery stages and help you manage the customer on an ongoing basis. Finally, the development funds. Marketing as a service offers a series of turnkey marketing solutions offered through third-party vendors that we have vetted and with whom we have a long-standing relationship. These activities are reimbursable through our MDF program, and for those who utilize these funds, they see a return on investment of 8 to 1. For every dollar invested, we're seeing $8 returned in revenue. Our investment development funds reimburse projects that further operationalize and automate your business. Of course, you are on a Rev.io hosted webinar, and I'm sure many of you, if not all, are aware that Rev.io is one of our valued ecosystem partners in our investment development fund program space. So again, Olivia, we thanks for letting us join you today for this webinar. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and turn things over to my peer, Mr. Russell Marlowe, to talk about the Internet of Things.
Fantastic. Thank you, Hanni, and good afternoon, everyone. As Hanni mentioned, we're super excited to be here with you today and talk about the Internet of Things. So let's just jump right in. So let's just start, talking a little bit about IoT or the Internet of Things in general. So, IoT has been a buzzword for a while now, and even though that's the case, there's never been a more exciting time for IoT. The mobile revolution has really transformed the way we do just about everything, creating a multitude of possibilities in our connected society. We're truly operating in a world where really anything, virtually anything, can be connected, and IoT is refining the way business gets done by enhancing experiences, increasing efficiencies, delivering data-driven decisions, and connecting people, processes, and things. So let's just continue on with the discussion on kind of why. Why are we talking about the Internet of Things? Why was this a topic for today, and why is it important? Well, first of all, is the economic impact. So research shows that by 2025, $11.1 trillion in economic value will be created in IoT. Now that's a big number and it's forward-looking, but when you look at what's already happening in the IoT space, it's really not that hard to see that that number will continue to grow. In fact, studies show that 85% of businesses are already considering, exploring, or implementing an IoT strategy, and 75% of IoT adopters are turning to outside firms and partners for help. So let's continue that discussion and talk a little bit more about the business impacts of IoT and why it's important. So first and foremost, increasing revenue. So all businesses are in the business of making money, right? So businesses can look for innovative ways to offer products and services throughout the entire customer lifecycle, not just the point of sale. So really that's going to open up new markets and revenue streams to help provide greater value. The business can provide greater value to their customers. Next, we have reducing costs. So IoT solutions can really help reduce costs through improved asset utilization and better productivity. It enables businesses to really automate processes and provide more responsive services that help avoid downtime, reduce errors, and prevent loss, missing, or delayed shipments and assets. Next, we have streamlining operations. So really organizations can use near real-time data from sensors to monitor and improve process efficiencies, minimize human interventions and errors. And with connected sensors, businesses can gain access to data that reduces waste and aligns operations to changing conditions. So when it comes to streamlining operations, IoT can really help businesses gain access to remote, inaccessible locations and provide integration of diverse systems. Next, we have improving visibility, where customers can really use IoT analytics and the data that they're capturing out there and get that real-time visibility into their operations and make needed changes through data-driven decisions, which really helps their business become more productive and efficient. And finally, we have the customer experience, and obviously customer experience is a very important piece to any business. But basically, be able to enhance the customer experience by using data analyzed from IoT solutions can really help businesses better understand their customers' needs and pain points. And they can use that data to really, and insight to deliver higher quality products and experience to their customers. So let's dive a little bit deeper and talk about IoT within AT&T. So at AT&T, we're helping businesses gain competitive advantage by harnessing data to predict, learn, and make near real-time decisions through the Internet of Things. We currently have 44 connected devices on our network, with 2.4 million of those being managed and tracked assets. We're also big in the automotive space, with 21 million connected cars on our network and 3.2 million connected fleet vehicles on our network. So in short, AT&T is really delivering the future to our customers by allowing them to connect in new ways, enabling the transformational benefits that IoT provides. Within Partner Exchange, we kind of think of IoT as a three-legged stool consisting of devices, network, and applications, or DNA. The devices or endpoints in the field collecting the data can be virtually anything, like we mentioned. And that data needs to then be transported via the wireless network, the second leg of the stool. And then finally, we have applications such as AT&T Control Center, which we'll dive into a little bit deeper here in a moment, along with the customer's back-end applications and systems that will help them deploy, manage, and monetize their IoT solution. Ultimately, whatever the solution is at AT&T Partner Exchange, we're working across vertical industries to help our solution providers optimize processes, enhance security, gain insights, and solve complex problems for their end customers, which really in turn starts to help them realize the many IoT benefits that we covered earlier today. Let's dive into each of the DNA components a little bit deeper. So first of all, we have devices. And when it comes to devices, like I said earlier, virtually anything can be connected. Now, there's a lot on this slide, and I'm not going to cover the entire slide, but to help illustrate my point, you can see that devices can literally be anything across a wide variety of segments. To date, AT&T has certified over 3,000 devices for use on our network, and our IoT platforms support a robust bring-your-own device strategy. Our solution providers can either purchase an already approved device, or they can obtain certification on a new device that they've developed as well. Multiple options there. And one thing to keep in mind when it comes to devices is the device does have to be AT&T certified before it can be allowed on our network. But I think that the biggest point here is, like I mentioned earlier, really any device. A device can be certainly anything, just must be certified before going on our network. Next, we have connectivity, the second leg of the IoT solution, or the networks. Basically, how that data is transported between devices, device to device, or even back to a central collection point. So IoT solutions can span across different network technologies, and AT&T offers a multi-network strategy. So whether the solution is utilizing our cellular network with LTE, or in the future 5G, a wireline, wired, or short-range network, or an LPWA network like LTE-M, our multi-network strategy provides the flexibility and agility, really, that our customers need to optimize their IoT solutions. And lastly, we have applications or platforms. And specifically, what I wanted to talk about today was AT&T Control Center, powered by Cisco Jasper. So AT&T Control Center really is a powerful tool that helps bring IoT to life. It enables our customers to launch, manage, and rapidly scale their connected device business. So it has numerous features. I've got them on the slide there. I won't go through all of them today, but just to call out a few, the portal provides self-service diagnostics tools and over 100 APIs for superior system integration. Next, we have 2,000 or over 2,000 automation rule combinations. And through that, AT&T Control Center enables customers to fully customize and automate their IoT business by performing desired actions based on preset triggers. It also provides device provisioning, billing, management, and reporting, as well as real-time detection of network and device issues that allow customers to take quick action when needed. And ultimately, AT&T Control Center really it's a robust, sophisticated, and powerful IoT platform. So powerful, in fact, that it manages over 2 billion network events per month. So as I mentioned earlier, 75% of businesses, 3/4 of them, are turning to outside firms for help with IoT. So I'd like to switch gears here a little bit and talk about how we're helping solution providers get into and grow their IoT business. And one big way we're doing that is through what we call our AT&T IoT Professional Services. So IoT Professional Services offers a suite of consulting services to help businesses smoothly transition into IoT, no matter their industry. So listed here on the slide are various services that we provide, and I won't go through each one of them in full detail, but I did want to kind of cover them. Basically, regardless of whether a business needs help in the early stages of strategy and solution architecture design, to developing and integrating their solution, to deploying their solution in the marketplace, to providing operational management and security support, IoT Professional Services can help with those items, and really much, much more. Additionally, IoT Professional Services offers enhanced support services like SIM administration and usage reporting, and they also are there to help with device certification and implementing successful proofs of concepts. So regardless of where a business is in their IoT journey, with IoT Professional Services from AT&T, we can help kickstart their connected device business, and they can really start to begin to harness the power of IoT. Another way we're helping customers get started in IoT, particularly when they're looking to develop their own IoT solution, is through IoT Starter Kits. This is really there in place to help customers at the front end of their IoT journey to help them test their solution before going to market. So we offer various IoT Starter Kits that utilize AT&T certified components really across a multitude of technologies, including LTE and LTE-M. Starter Kits can be purchased there. I've put it on the slide at marketplace.att.com. And again, they're just a great option for those that are needing it to test their solution before really going to market. Where this is a product that we put out there for our solution providers to take advantage of. So in addition to customers, that develop their own IoT solutions, we also offer what you may call more of an IoT in a box or off-the-shelf type solutions And I don't have them all listed here, but I wanted to share with you a few of those that we recently launched. So first we have Asset Tracker 1, or AT1, that's offered through our Fleet Complete suite. And what this is a low-cost asset tracker, simple slap and track device, basically, that can be quickly and easily installed to virtually any asset that you'd like to track. It does run over the LTE network, which is our low-power network, and utilizes basically that low power to provide an extremely long battery life. So whatever you're wanting to track, and the AT1 basically is like I said, a low-cost asset tracker to enable you to do just that. Next, we have Fleet Complete Forms. So this product really provides fully customizable electronic forms that replace standardized paper forms to enhance productivity of mobile workers with real-time data. Being able to utilize these forms from virtually anywhere, mobile workers can solve problems faster, save valuable time, and stay informed with goings on in their particular business, such as inventory levels and product pricing. Forms also has cross-device functionality, meaning it can be used on a smartphone, tablet, or a computer. And lastly, we have Connected Car Wi-Fi Hotspot that we recently launched, which basically allows our customers to take their office on the road. It's available for General Motors vehicles, 2015 or newer at this time, but we do expect availability to continue to grow. By utilizing the built-in LTE Wi-Fi hotspot, customers can connect up to 7 devices at once and maintain that connection for up to 50 feet from the vehicle. Again, with today's ever-growing mobile workforce, really Connected Car Wi-Fi hotspot is a great product and tool that offers nearly unlimited possibilities to improving business productivity. All right, so let's switch gears again and talk a little bit about IoT use cases. And like I said earlier, really IoT spans across many industries, and to better understand how businesses can use IoT to address their current and future needs, our customers can look at specific use cases from a variety of industries that are experiencing rapid technology adoption and transformation. So really, basically, it's all about taking a vertical approach. And by doing so, and evaluating trends across industries, our businesses can help uncover new opportunities and create more value for their end customers. So listed here are a few of the verticals that we're really starting to see some rapid growth in IoT. We have retail, healthcare, finance, fleet management, construction, and energy and infrastructure. And in the interest of time, I won't go through each one of them in full detail, but I will point you to resources where you can get more detail if you desire. But did want to share a couple of examples. So from a retail perspective, many companies are starting to deploy wireless WAN solutions to serve as either a primary or a backup solution for their critical POS and inventory management functions. We're also starting to see some very unique use cases being implemented, such as connected coolers to alert beverage companies of temperature and stock levels, so they know, without having to send somebody out to a particular store or on a route, they know ahead of time which of their stores and coolers need attention, which ones need to be restocked, is the cooler still functioning properly, so on and so forth. They can do that remotely via IoT connections and sensors. IoT is also really starting to take off in areas of fleet management and construction. We're seeing more and more businesses utilizing asset trackers, such as AT1 that I mentioned earlier, and software to gain real-time visibility into their fleet or equipment assets. And really by doing so, not only do they always know where their assets are, they're also able to gain valuable insight into their assets' performance, its condition, utilization, all of those things, which in turn really provides many of the benefits that we discussed earlier, such as increasing revenue, reducing costs, and streamlining their operations. So again, those are just a few examples. Like I said, we do have many more examples and use cases across a multitude of verticals. But as I mentioned, and as you can see, the possibilities truly are limitless when it comes to IoT. All right, so I know we've reached the end fairly quickly here, but just as a quick recap, Hanni and I, we provided an AT&T Partner Exchange overview and dove into IoT, specifically IoT and AT&T, and what that looks like within AT&T Partner Exchange. Now, while I've covered quite a bit, we really just scratched the surface. There's so much involved with IoT, but if you want to learn more, I'd really like to encourage you all to visit the AT&T Partner Exchange IoT microsite. The link is actually on the slide and will be included with the materials that are dispersed. But when you go out there, you'll find a lot more information including kind of an IoT journey, as well as a couple of resources that are out there. First of which is the Channel Executive's Guide to IoT. And what this is going to do is really dive deeper into how to build an IoT solution and take it to market. And the second resource there I'd like to point you to is the IoT Playbook. And what this does is it includes some of the information that we covered today, but it dives much deeper into those use case examples, provides a lot of various ways that our partners are out there using IoT to solve their business needs today.
Great.
That, I'd like to thank you again, and we'll turn it back over to Olivia. I think we're time for some open questions and answers.
Great. Thank you so much, first of all, Hanni and Russell, for your time today. I know our audience learned a lot, and I sure did, about empowering growth and innovation with IoT and all that you all have to offer. Before we begin the Q&A portion of the presentation, I'd like to go over a few housekeeping items. First, we're always interested in topics that you'd like to learn more about, so please submit any of your topic ideas in the Q&A box in the GoToWebinar control panel. In addition, a full webinar recording will be emailed to you within 2 weeks. And lastly, if you have submitted any questions during the presentation that don't get addressed during our live presentation, we will follow up with you directly via email. And just before we do the Q&A section, I'd like to thank our audience for joining us today. All right, so the first question I have here is, what are some of the automation rules that are available with AT&T Control Center?
Thanks, Olivia. This is Russell. I'll take that. That's a great question, and thanks for the question. So as I mentioned earlier, the automation rules are really what brings the power of Control Center to life. There are over 2,000 automation rule combinations, like I mentioned, and fully customizable by the user. So a few of the most commonly used ones, I mean, we're not going to go through all 2,000 of them today, right? But a few of the most commonly used ones, right? Some of those most commonly used automation rules are automatically changing to a higher tier plan when a device reaches a certain data threshold to avoid overcharges, basically. So you can set it up to basically identify that, hey, once the device has used this much data, automatically go up to the next tier plan, or automatically go to whatever plan you choose, to really not have to force the user to go in and do that for you, or do it for the system. The system does it automatically. The second one there would be automatically deactivating a line if the SIM card is removed. So that way the SIM cannot be utilized in another device. And if it goes rogue and starts running off a bunch of data, you can have the system automatically deactivate that SIM if it's ever removed from the device. So fully customizable there. And then the third one I think I would say is setting up alerts that notify you when something happens with a particular device, such as the device went offline, or used a specific amount of data, or whatever it happens to be. Receiving those alerts, and then not only receiving them, but having the platform take action based on what it sensed as well. So basically, kind of in short, if it can see something happen through automation, you can have a trigger set up to perform an action to negate or mitigate something that's out there that happened.
Great. The next question that I have on here is, how do I access the AT&T Partner Exchange portal?
Good question. So I will take this one. This is Hanni. So when you are onboarded as a solution provider in the AT&T Partner Exchange program, as part of your initial onboarding session, you will be assigned dedicated support, and that support team will host a series of calls with you to just kind of bring you completely into the fold, answer any questions that you may have, and of course, enable you regarding all of our resources, one of which being the 24/7 Partner Exchange portal. So you'll have a username and a password assigned to you initially as part of your onboarding process. From there, you can customize your own password should you choose to. You'll also be assigned as part of your onboarding process an internal admin portal administrator. So you'll have a dedicated admin within your business that has some provisioning privileges within the portal to be sure that they can be an operational support for anyone in your company should they have any challenges logging in, need a password reset, etc. you will have an in-house resource for that in an assigned portal admin.
Awesome. Okay, great. Another question I have here is, how do I qualify for investment development funds?
Ooh, good question. Okay, so investment development funds. So I'm going to level set a little bit here. So we have IDF, the investment development funds, and we have MDF, our market development funds. The IDF, investment development funds, are more focused on operational type activities. So again, we're on a Rev.io hosted webinar. Rev.io is one of our billing experts in our IDF ecosystem. So our pre-approved activity categories for IDF are billing as a service, taxation as a service, network operations center, and automation. So API development, quoting engines, etc. In order to qualify, you just have to be a part of our program. So you have to be an onboarded AT&T Partner Exchange solution provider, and you will automatically be allocated IDF funds on an annual basis from that point forward. So that's IDF. I would just like to take the opportunity. MDF is more focused on standard marketing activities. So your telemarketing, direct mail, email campaigns, event hosting, collateral creation, video creation, website development, etc. These all fall as pre-approved activities under the MDF program. And that allocation model and qualification model is a little different. We do require that one of the certification tracks that I mentioned at the top of the presentation is completed by one individual within your business. So again, one person within your business needs to complete one professional certification track of their choosing. At that point, MDF funds will become available. They are allocated on a quarterly basis, and they are based on new sales revenue produced in the previous quarter, and also based on your AT&T Partner Exchange program tier. So I know that's a lot of information. I was kind of long-winded in answering that question, Olivia, but kind of wanted to seize the opportunity to discuss both of those funds. If anyone on the call has any specific questions, I'm happy to address those for you offline. And you're welcome to email our marketing support inbox at stmarketingsupport@att.com. And again, that address is S as in Sam, P as in Peter, marketing support@att.com.
Great. Also, I just want to mention as well, if you haven't gotten your question in, either for AT&T Partner Exchange, Hanni and Russell are on the line, or if you have any questions about Rev.io and our services, I would also encourage you to ask those in the questions box in the GoToWebinar control panel. So be sure you get those questions in so that we can address them either now or after the live presentation. So for our next question, the question I have here is, what are some examples of how businesses are using the connected car Wi-Fi hotspot?
Great question. So this is Russell again. So basically with connected car Wi-Fi hotspot, like I mentioned earlier, the possibilities are really limitless for any mobile workforce that's needing to gain or maintain access to any vital information or communication resources, and really do that through a reliable and secure connection. So just a couple of examples to answer the question. We're seeing businesses really start to provide connectivity to a group of mobile workers. So think, work crews, construction crews, that sort of thing, at remote job sites. So basically letting them all access a single Wi-Fi connection, basically back to the vehicle, not having to use their own device or data. So one example there. But a few other things we're also starting to see are businesses are using the car connectivity to utilize remote workforce management services, also access inventory levels in real time, completing on-site surveys, submitting service order updates, and really just securely accessing their corporate network and those resources, like I mentioned, from a secure online connection. So With it being through AT&T's network, definitely security is at the foremost importance to us, and so they can definitely do that via the car through the AT&T network to access their corporate resources as needed. So that's just a few examples there. Like I mentioned, really the possibilities are limitless. Anybody that needs to be able to connect while they're in the field, this is a solution that helps them do so.
Great. So here's just one, I think, last question for us here is, what is the Marketing as a Service program?
Another excellent question. So let me confuse everyone on the bridge further. Our Marketing as a Service program is part of our MDF program. So Marketing as a Service is kind of apples to apples with our IDF ecosystem. So I mentioned that Rev.io is one of our preferred billing partners in our IDF ecosystem. Marketing as a Service is equivalent, but for MDF. So it's an ecosystem of pre-approved, vetted vendor partners with whom we have a substantial history and a generally positive track record. I will add a disclaimer that, of course, everyone is human, and so we are not in a position to promise that a user would never be dissatisfied with one of our vendors, although it happens very rarely. And anytime you do want to provide feedback on any of our Marketing as a Service partners or our IDF ecosystem partners, we're always obviously happy to hear that feedback. But Marketing as a Service does get reimbursed at a higher rate under the MDF program than if you were to use a non-Marketing as a Service vendor partner. And again, these are sort of pre-approved businesses with whom we partner extensively.
Great. Well, thank you all so much. Like I said earlier, we'll be sure to follow up with everyone who asked a question that didn't get addressed today. We'll reach out to you via email, so you can look out for those emails in the next couple of days. And thank you again, Hanni and Russell, for joining us, and thank you to our audience for your participation and for joining us today. Without further ado, I hope you all have a great rest of your week and a great weekend. Take care.
Thank you.
Thanks, Olivia.
Thanks.